Hello traders, Andy Demi here from the London Trading Institute. I hope you had a good weekend, guys, and ready to start the week again. So it's an important week this week because we have the Fed meeting that we've been waiting for quite a while now. And today I'm going to be speaking a little bit about that. Also, I'm going to be speaking about Bitcoin versus gold. Right now with all the uncertainty, naturally money wants to flow into these types of assets. Traditionally, it's always been gold, but is that going to continue to go? And we're going to be actually comparing not just from a fundamental point of view, but we're also going to be looking at the technical chart. And I've actually charted Bitcoin against gold so we can see exactly what's going on. And you can see that in the image there, but we're going to go through that in a bit more detail. All right, guys, so let's get to it. Now, if you're new to our channel, please hit the subscribe button and do like our videos because it really helps us get out to more people and we absolutely so appreciate it. Now, let's start by looking at the Fed right now. The Fed decision, okay? Now, it's going to be happening on Wednesday, okay? Wednesday. And if you just want to be aware of, when these things are happening, guys, then the thing that you'll want to do is you will just want to go to Forex Factory and you'll be able to see, all the information there. Okay. And you can see here, we have the FOMC statement coming out at 6 p.m. UK time, and then the conference at 6:30. Okay, so let me just make myself a little bit smaller. Now, this is really, really important because right now, what the market is pricing in is a 0.25% rate hike. So, we are expecting a 0.25% rate hike. So, and it's going to be the first time we've done it for a very, very long time. I believe it's been since 2015, if I'm not incorrect. And obviously a lot's been going on. And, most importantly, there's a lot of uncertainty right now. And, and it's really, really difficult because, you've got these sky high inflation numbers. Now, if I just kind of bring in the numbers that you can kind of see that we're talking about here, you've got inflation numbers here of 7.9. I mean, that is ludicrously high. If you have a look at the historical figures here, guys, 1.7, 1.5, 0.8. And obviously since COVID hit, and all of the money printing and everything that went on has created this massive amount of inflation. I've been going to the petrol pumps, oil prices flying high, and it's making it extremely expensive. And I was kind of reading some studies about 74% of people right now are really feeling the pinch of this higher inflation. So, and that's in America, by the way. So, and then we've got the Ukraine war, which is now increasing the prices of food. Okay, so we've had a supply hit on oil, which has naturally pushed the price up on oil, and now with everything going on with this war, it's also going to affect the supply of food. And and with that in play, now you've got a situation where food prices are also going up. So is Powell going to kind of just bear all of that in mind when he makes this decision? Because if he pushes too aggressive, it can really hurt the people. If he goes too soft, then inflation is just going to keep going up. It's a real difficult position to be in. And I've got to say, I don't know which way it's going to go. So right now, I'd be very surprised if we got anything more than 0.25%, because, at the start of March, Powell, I made some notes here actually, and we just bring them in. Some things that I've been researching, and this is what Powell said at the start of March. I'm inclined to propose and support a 25 basis point rate hike, Powell said during the March congressional testimony. So look, I mean, of course he can change his mind, but I don't think he's going to. Here's the thing that we've got to really, really look out for, guys. In my opinion, it is what is said afterwards. So how likely are they to increase rates going forward? And that's going to be what the conference at 6:30 is going to be talking about, because that's going to give us clues, okay? Whether it's going to be an aggressive stance, or it could just be a neutral, and it could be neutral in the sense that, maybe it's going to be a kind of wait and see type of thing. But often a lot of clues are left as to what might happen. So we've got to really listen to it carefully, because a lot of the time it can be dependent on events, but they talk about what types of events are going to create a more aggressive approach to raising rates. And look, if rates go up, how is that going to affect gold and Bitcoin? Well, that's what we're going to talk about next. So, if I just I'm going to bring in some charts here. And, if you kind of think about it, I spoke about gold last week, and, received really great feedback. And we kind of took a look at gold as to whether it was a good time to buy. There's a lot of analysts kind of saying gold's going to go up to $3,000 and even much, much higher, could even get to $8,000 or $10,000 by the end of the year, which would be absolutely extraordinary. But then you've also got Bitcoin. So right now, where is money being flowing? Well, clearly money's been flowing into gold. Okay, money's been flowing into gold, and Bitcoin has been going down. Now, why do people put money into gold when things are basically the way they are? Well, it's simple. When there is inflation, naturally, the value of your money goes down. So what do people do? Well, rather than keeping money that's getting devalued, if you think of it like this, if you kept money in a bank in America over the last 12 months, you're actually 7.9% worse off. Okay. So that's why people go and then put it into assets like gold, because it's an inflation hedge. Now, the question is gold still the place to put your money in, or should we be looking at Bitcoin as an alternative? Well, there's a fundamental view of this. And I think right now, clearly, money has been going into gold. But if we're looking at a value play, which is the best? Well, let's have a little look at the charts. So here is a chart that I've put together of gold versus Bitcoin. And if you have a look here, this is essentially what we've been doing over the last, since the numbers were available, right? And really what I want to focus on is what's happening right now. And you can kind of see that this could be a potential double bottom, right? And if it is a double bottom here and we take out this high, well, we could be really looking to go back and target these highs up here. In fact, if you kind of take the distance, if we just use our trading view tool here, and we project this one up, it will take us pretty much back to these high previous low points. And remember, guys, the market loves to find previous support that becomes resistant. So I think right now, I mean, if you kind of look at this kind of ratio right now, where we are right now, that's pretty much a double, right? Okay. And so, if this breaks this high, then you've got to think, well, gold might be the winner out of these two. However, if we just kind of take really what's been happening right now, well, the market has been essentially going lower. And, we can kind of plug in our moving averages here as well, our main moving averages. And this is a weekly chart. And you can kind of see the market has generally been finding resistance below this 50 EMA. We did break it here, but eventually did go lower. And we can actually maybe go take this down to a daily chart, and you can adjust the settings there. But here's one thing that's really quite interesting that I can see right now. we kind of have this, if you look at the daily chart, it looks a little bit like an ascending triangle here, doesn't it? And remember, this has been constructed by me, just using a simple formula. But it does look like it, either way. I think right now, guys, if we break above this high, then I think gold will outperform Bitcoin. And if we break below here and this 50-day EMA and we break this, then it would be classed as a rising wedge. We break below, then I think we're going lower. So right now, it's a real interesting one. And I think, potentially Wednesday might really show us something, because money will potentially, if something is said or there's some surprise or something is taken from the Fed meeting, money will flow away from cash and into one of these assets. Okay, likelihood up to now the market's shown us that it's going into gold, but that's what's happened. But maybe the market might be thinking, well, now Bitcoin is really good value, why don't we move the money out of gold and into Bitcoin, or out of dollars and into Bitcoin? So it's a real important time. So I think right now, Wednesday is going to be critical. Let's look out for which way this market's going to go. Is it going to break the highs? Is it going to break the lows? And then we might have at least the short to medium term direction. All right, guys, I hope that helps, guys. Hit the like button if you enjoyed our content. And thank you so much for being here. And if you have any questions, by the way, guys, hit them in the comments, and we'll be more than happy to help. Or you can head over to our Crypto and FX Traders Club. I'll also put that link in the description in case you are not already part of our community. Please come and join us if you're somebody serious about learning how to stay on top of the markets, because it's a great community and great place to network with other like-minded people. That is all from me, guys. That is all from me today. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and we'll catch you again soon with another video. Take care, guys.